Good afternoon, people. Welcome to the afternoon show on LRFC. Please, before we start, hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff, and follow us on our social media, which you can see right there on the screen. Which with the social medias, it helps you interact with us on this channel. So please go and follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well. Yeah. So today we're going to be doing the preview for the Luton game away at Luton. It's gonna be one of those games that's a difficult one for Liverpool Football Club. We know, like, when we face the bottom teams, they play a different kind of football, and Liverpool have to perform to the highest level in order for us to win those games. So the first thing we're gonna do, obviously, is talk about the Premier League, and we could chat about each team. Then we go to the press conference of Jurgen Klopp. Then we go to the match preview. Then I'll do my own tactics and starting lineups after that as well. So yeah, let's do this, people. Let's do this. So you can see on the screen right there, that's the fixtures for Saturday's games, the Saturday the 4th of November. The year's gone by so quick, hasn't it, people? It's gone by so quick, it's unreal, man. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. You know, like when you reach a certain age, like when you reach 30, the years go by so quick. Next minute you're 40, then you're 45, then you're 50. I'm telling you, enjoy your youth while it lasts, because like when you're younger, you want like to be older and all that stuff. I miss being a kid, man. Less responsibilities, and life was easier back then. Now you got responsibilities, life is harder. So yeah, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. So the first thing we're going to be talking about, obviously, is the Premier League. As you can see, it's Fulham versus Man United. Man United are in trouble, people. They are in deep trouble. They lost against Newcastle the other day in the Carabao Cup. Basically, Newcastle played majority of the starting line of Newcastle were fullbacks and defenders, and they still went to Old Trafford and dominated Man United and beat them as well. Especially with the Man United starting lineup, it was kind of strange in my opinion as well. The game is going to be the first one of the weekend. They need to do something to come back, in my opinion, Man United, especially for their fans. I saw a lot of their fans on their channels. I watch YouTube a lot. I go around watching YouTube and see what other fans are doing and all that. And majority of their fans base is just they've gone downhill. But you gotta like be consistent with your arguments as well. If you look at when Ten Hag come in, they were all like bragging about Ten Hag's gonna take over Klopp. Ten Hag came in, the era of Klopp and Pep is gonna come to an end, kind of attitude. But there you go. This job ain't as easy as people think it is. It's like Liverpool of the 90s. We wanted success so badly. It was difficult to retain that, especially with the management we had, and like with certain managers, they have the power to change teams. And I've always said that the issues club have, and I learned it from my own club, is when you haven't got that manager that's gonna get the fans on board, get the players on board, get the owners on board. If everyone in the club is all connected as one, it's easier for the manager to manage the team and make them understand to win titles and all that stuff. It's all about psychology, people. Like, if you haven't got a strong manager that can do that, if you look at the greatest managers that ever lived, Pep Guardiola, Bob Paisley, Alex Ferguson, they're all unpaid psychologists. You know what I mean? Because they could get into players' minds and make them think they're better than what they are, and then they perform for you on the pitch on a regular basis. If you look at our team in the past, if you look at when Klopp came, nobody thought Henderson's going to be like competing for Champions League and Premier League. Nobody thought the likes of Wijnaldum's, Matip's. The list goes on. The list goes on, like, with players. And I've always said it, the strongest point of a team is the manager. If you haven't got that manager in place, this is what you're going to get. What you're seeing at Man United at the moment. And getting a manager from Ajax that hasn't proved himself around Europe, it's not the way to go about it. I never thought he was the right person. I thought they were a more dangerous team when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge before Ronaldo came back. You know what I mean? They finished second and they were actually improving. The squad was happy and all that stuff. So it's a strange one. It's a strange one for Man United. I can't see them getting any better, to be honest, with this manager. He's fighting with the players, he's fighting with the fans now, and they're all over the place. I could see another loss in this game. I honestly can see another loss for them. And it's all good for us as Liverpool fans, isn't it? We love that kind of stuff as well. And then you got Brentford against West Ham. West Ham, done all right against Arsenal. They beat Arsenal. I think it was 3-1 in the Carabao Cup. But can they like develop into a better team after that? Because they have been up and down this season. They had some shocking losses this season as well, and I'm expecting them, obviously, to turn the corner. Not well, maybe now because they need it. They need to get up that league, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and Brentford, they're doing all right. They're doing all right, as we saw them against who was it? They beat a team the other day. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, they're done all right. They're done all right in the league so far, Brentford. They're just hot and cold. With that Ivan Toney, who's tagged around for like 100 million, they're going to sell him. It's crazy, man. He ain't worth 100 million. Nah, he ain't worth 100 million. There's no way. Obviously, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, they beat Chelsea away. 2-0. That's the game I was watching. I completely forgot, it slipped my mind. They beat Chelsea away 2-0, and it was deserved from what I saw of that game as well. People, they actually deserved that game. And let me get to the comments as I go along, because I'm going to keep going, obviously, with the Premier League, and then we could do the press conference of Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp press conference. It's not a long one today. Don't worry about that. It's only 11 minutes. Please subscribe if you're new and all that good stuff as well. Yeah, so Brentford beat Chelsea by 2-0. It's an improvement, isn't it? It's an improvement to their season. Obviously, with that Ivan Toney, they're not the same team, as we already know. That's why, as for West Ham, they lost 1-0 to Everton at home. You didn't expect that, did you? So it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. Like the Premier League is in a place that's more competitive, in my opinion, this season. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Abdul says Premier League is back. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Sorry, I couldn't read that properly. It says easy win, hopefully. I don't think it's going to be easy. They're going to defend for their lives, and we have to find a way out of that. That's what's going to happen, Abdul. Jason says, Fozzy Housings, loving the new graphics. Yeah, it's new. Everything is new. I've refreshed. Hopefully, I'll be all right now. And this is what I'm trying to bring you guys. If you have new graphics, new stuff, and we enjoy it together. That's what it's all about. Smash the likes and subscribe, everyone. Yes, thank you very much. Big up to Jason and Abdul, by the way. Joe Powell says, any news on DIAZ's father? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it very soon. Big up Michael. Yes, you're back. Michael, big up. It's been a while. 100%, bro. It's been a while, brother. Matt, I don't know I don't want to say the first name wrong. So Hakeem says, hope Nunes gets the first E. Nunes is just a phenomenal player. You know what I mean? He's going to be one of those players that's going to be influential in the future, Hakeem. So expect a lot to come from Nunes. I'm not giving up on him just yet. I'm joking, but I've always said about Nunes. He's a tremendous player. Outstanding. Abdul Rohim says, Fozzy, everyone. Hi, Fozzy, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. How are you and your family? I'm good. Family's good as well, man. Sunday match, Luton Town, 4-3-3. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Tsimikas, McAllister, Soboslai, Gravenberch, Salah, Nunes, and Jota. Diaz could come back, mate. Diaz could come back. That's what the manager said today. So we've got to wait and see. Yeah, but I'll come to the comments, people. Just keep getting busy in the comments. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to represent you guys, as always. I always say that. I'm not here for anything else. Just to share my experiences with the Liverpool Football Club and enjoy it with the fans as well. Yeah. So West Ham obviously beat Arsenal by 3-1 the other day in the Carabao Cup. They lost to Everton in the league 1-0. It was a strange performance by West Ham, but it is what it is in the Premier League. In the beginning of the season, it's always like that. What you get in the Premier League is teams that you don't expect to lose, they lose. That's how it is. It's always been like that in the beginning, because everybody's going ho. Nobody's setting up formations to shut up shop or anything like that. So that's how it is. And then you got Burnley versus Crystal Palace. I don't rate Burnley. I don't know why Vincent Kompany is still in a job, people. He should be sacked by now. Normal circumstances, that's what should happen. They won the Championship. They come to the Premier League and they're struggling already. How is that possible? How? Like, come on. You should be doing better than what you're showing on the pitch. And Crystal Palace under Roy Hodgson, they have come back, as we already seen in the past, but they are struggling a bit in the Premier League. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. Everton, hot and cold in the Premier League, as for Brighton haven't got their first team set yet, So they are. This is the reason they're really like not performing as they normally would. Their first 11 is their first 11. After that, it's a bit of a struggle. So this is why Brighton is struggling at the moment in the league. They're hot and cold. But listen, they're still up in the. I think they're the top 10. I think something like that. Man City versus Bournemouth. We know who's going to win this game, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. We faced Bournemouth the other day, and their ground that high winds. And you see the way they are. They're not very like technical team. They're not very exciting team to watch, Bournemouth. And I'm not expecting other than win at Man City. I mean, Man City always get these games for some reason. And then you got Sheffield United versus Wolves. I see a Wolves win here. Sheffield United are struggling at the bottom of the league, only 1 point all season. Not good enough in my opinion. Interesting game. When I come back with UFT, hopefully I'll do the big games like this. There's a channel called Unscripted Football Talk. Please go subscribe to that. I've got about 89 subscribers so far on it. I'm going to do the other Premier League games on there eventually. Once this one starts going, get to the 2K mark and go above that. And Newcastle, can they beat Arsenal? Of course they can. Can Arsenal beat Newcastle? Of course they can. I'm looking forward to this game because, there's two good teams and you don't know who's going to win, if you know what I mean, because Newcastle at home. Maybe if Newcastle played the way at the Emirates, maybe it would have been different. But Newcastle at home is a dangerous team, people. And with Eddie Howe now performing as a manager, like everybody's talked about him, like he's one of the best managers in the Premier League. It's going to be interesting, this game. And I don't know who's going to win. I really, really, for once, I'm stuck, like, who's going to win this game. It's a good game, though. I'm looking forward to it. 5:30 kickoff. And then this is Sunday's game, Sunday the 5th of November. You've got Northern Forest versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa win all day long. Aston Villa under Unai Emery, they're just phenomenal at the moment. They said with his record, he's up there with the top managers like Pep Guardiola and the way since he's come to Aston Villa, winning games and all that stuff. So he is phenomenal, man. He is phenomenal. You got Luton versus Liverpool. I'm going to be doing a live watch along on that. Not a lot to discuss right now because I'm going to go into it later on. And then you got Spurs versus Chelsea. I'm looking for a Chelsea win, but I can't see that happening the way Spurs are playing. It's the 8 p.m. kickoff, Monday Night Football. So let's watch that and see how it goes, innit? Chelsea have to start performing, people. See, if you look at the Premier League, it doesn't look good for a lot of teams, if you know what I mean. And let's check out the Premier League. But get busy in the comments, man. That's what I'm here for. Let's do this. Let's do this together, innit? Let's do this together. So as you can see in the Premier League, Tottenham are top, Arsenal second, Man City third, Liverpool fourth, Aston Villa fifth, Newcastle sixth. Like I said, Brighton hot and cold this season, but look at where they are in the league. Still like 7th position. Man United 8th. Don't know how they're still there. West Ham 9th, Brentford 10th, Chelsea 11th, Wolverhampton 12th, Crystal Palace 13th, 14th, Fulham. I'm surprised about Fulham. I was expecting them to do better this season, but they're really, really struggling for some reason. I don't know what's happened. Like they just dropped. Maybe it was a Mitrovic, the striker they had. Maybe they missed him because he's the target man. He's the leader at the top. And when you miss that, you need something similar in return. But Jimenez is not the one. Since that head injury, Jimenez hasn't been the same. And then you got Everton in 15th. You got Northern Forest. You got Bournemouth, Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United. So basically, the teams that got promoted are in the bottom three, and that's not good. That's not good advertisement for the Premier League, is it? They should be doing better than that, if you ask me. Yeah, so that's the league so far. That's all I got to say about that, as Stone Cold says. We'll move on to the press conference of Jurgen Klopp. I want to hear what he's saying. It's not a long one. Don't worry, it's not a long one. It's going to be, I think, about 11 minutes long. He's going to talk about, obviously, the game against Luton. And then he's going to, I heard he's going to talk about, what's his name as well, DIAZ and the development with his father. But we'll talk about that as we go along as well. But yeah, get busy in the chat, people. That's what I'm here for. Let's do this. So yeah, let's listen to Mr. Klopp and his press conference. About the game.
Yeah, interesting, but especially a little bit difficult because it's their ground, and if you would be in their shoes, then you would probably think, okay, in our home games, whoever comes, we cannot waste any opportunities, so we'll go for it, and that's the opponent I expect.
Obviously, it's their first season in the Premier League. It's the first time Liverpool have gone there for a long time as well. What's the energy that you need to match? Because potentially this is the biggest game that Luton have had so far. I mean, how do you combat that?
It's a football game. We cannot change that, and we have no. We cannot. It's important to know before a game what the opponent, as much as you can know it, what he thinks, how they see it, blah blah blah, all these kind of things. But that stops at a specific moment, and then you go for it, and then you play a football game, and that means you have to do the necessary stuff, and then we will probably face a low block, and that means we have to deal with that. We will probably face set pieces with quality, and that's where we have to make sure we are ready for that. We have to all these different things. It's Luton, but it's not the first time that we face a team who will play it that way probably, and that's what we have to deal with.
I did say that, like with Liverpool, the issues they will have against the smaller teams is the low blocks, and Klopp is already talking about that. That's what Luton is going to do, people. Like, don't expect any less, other than Luton like playing about 10 players behind the ball, play one up front on his own, and then see if they could get the ball, long balls over the top towards him. That's how they're going to play. That's how they're going to play.
And that's what we will prepare the boys for.
Yeah, again, hopefully Luis Diaz's situation with his father will be resolved shortly, but if you look at what you've got at the top end of the pitch this season and the different variations, all the strikers are scoring goals, even the ones, the players when they're left out for a game come back in, they all appear to be sort of pushing each other on. How do you manage to sort of generate that atmosphere amongst the group?
That's no problem at all. The boys are all smart. The good thing is we have really only smart players. So, and it means they understand. We can't play all games. It's not that I want to play Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, whenever. That's just not possible. But everybody sees as well, and that's how a smart footballer should think. And our boys do that. If I can't play, then it's better. We have another really, really, really good player who can play the position. So, and that's exactly how I see it. But you see it now. So we cannot force them. We will not the Luis situation. It's not in our hands, and we are just their partners at the situation with him, and really are waiting together for good news. But in that moment, it's then only 4 all of a sudden, and then but a lot of games still coming. If you see a schedule from, okay, now it's 3 games until the international break, but after international break, it turns completely crazy, the schedule. So in that time, we have to be ready, and if you want to play a successful season, and not only.
So the story is the developments is with Luis Diaz's father. They're negotiating with the actual people that's kidnapped him, and he's alive, he's well, but it's just about what's going to happen in return, and going towards the actual people that's taken him. So it's just the negotiations at the moment. It's a crazy world we live in. You don't expect things like that to happen in the modern day, but it's happening still. In Colombia it happens, in Brazil it happens, in all the South American countries it happens for some reason. It's all about the law, isn't it? If you haven't got strong enough government, this is the things you're gonna that keeps happening, because these type of people should not be doing things like that, kidnapping people and all that stuff, because they know who they are. They must have followed the parents from their house all the way to the petrol station, where they were kidnapped, and this was planned. This was planned from the start. I hope Luis Diaz, in the future, like, understands this. Like, he needs to move his parents out of this place and put them in a better place. That's what I gotta say.
Having successful spells, you need the boys through all these different phases, and so I really, we had a horrible year together as well. Like, we had all asked all these horrible questions and stuff like this, and now I realize that the questions are much more positive. Everybody's like positive about the team. I'm positive about the team, but it's so early. It's so early, and I'm so happy that we have. A really good team together, which I like. But look at the other teams; they are really good as well. A lot of really good teams out there, and it's Premier League, and it's not about celebrating the moment and stuff like being relieved that we kind of can play football again, stuff like this. No, it's really about digging into the season, use the full potential of this group.
A lot of people were asking about why did Klopp play a full strength team against Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. I understand where he's coming from, because like the first competition of the season that starts in February, the final, is a confident booster, especially if you're challenging for titles. This is how I see it from his point of view. And the players want to still play, don't they? These are young players, people. Understand that. I know we're complaining about why they're starting, but the average age is under 23. So, and not only that, the older players are refreshed with the young players. So they have to play on a continuous basis in order for them, to maintain that fitness. Not only maintain that fitness is to do with, having game time to because the next game will be on Sunday. So they still have time for them, to have that momentum going. That's what it's all about in regards to players playing on a regular basis. And we're not in the Champions League anymore, people. We can't rest players like we used to anymore. If you look at the Europa League, we could play everyone. We could play the youngsters. We could play players that you've never seen before, and it's working. It's working out. But with the cups, in domestic cups, we could play the senior players, because it will just continue with their fitness levels. If you know what I mean. Instead of playing indoor football, you could actually put that on the pitch. And like I said, the older players look refreshed. The younger players are giving boost to the older players. And I even heard Soboslai on Football Focus saying that we're here to win it all. And I love that kind of attitude. You know what I mean? I don't want to see players that come to Liverpool Football Club just to be happy to be at Liverpool Football Club. I want players that come to Liverpool Football Club to win titles and give us that motivation to go and watch games on a regular basis, to support our team through thick and thin, make us sing. The fans should not always be the number one in the football in the football team. The football team should be a mirror image of the fans, and that's what I want to see in the coming seasons for Liverpool. And like I said yesterday, Klopp has to learn from past mistakes. You can't be loyal to players if they reach a certain age. If they have a resale value, get rid of them. Make sure in return you've already spotted a player that's going to replace that player, that's similar to the player or better than that player. And then you look at Soboslai, he's better than Henderson. You look at McAllister, he's better than Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the players that left. So it shows the improvement in players as we go along as well. And I'm enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. But we'll get back to the press conference. Well, it's only 11 minutes long. It's not a long one. Don't worry. It's not the half an hour usual one.
Get everything out of it, and then let's see. But and again, it's a press conference. We have to talk about it. Again, I enjoy much more to talk about positive things, but talking about our front line with all the players, where Ben Doak is.
The difference between the Liverpool team of old and the Liverpool team of that currently, the way Klopp reinvented the team, people haven't spotted it. Because I look at the complaints on Twitter, Facebook, etc. He started from the front, then he's moved to the midfield. Now he's going to move to the back next season. So that's a good way of starting off, rebuilding a team, because you need goals to win games, right? I mean, conceding goals is a regular thing anyway, but you need a lot of goals to win games. And if you could see our performances last season and this season that's taken into this season, performances from the end of last season that's taken into this season, you could see we're continuing that progression as we go along as well. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's actually part of and was not available, then Luton not available, then Cody before not available. So we have to see, we have to get through this, and with not a lot of injuries or none, that would be the best from now on. And then you're right, then we have really the choice. But if not, then the boys have just to fight through it, and that's as important as the other. So for the moment, it's okay. But we maybe need it like this for pretty much the rest of the season, to be honest.
Thank you.
Well, on a similar sort of theme, I just wanted to ask you about Cody Gakpo. He's performed a few roles for you in the team, sometimes out of necessity, but he's got 4 goals this season. 3 of those have been that first goal in the game. I just wonder how you see his development has gone.
Top. We had since Cody is here. He played a variety of positions. So and now starting the season, he played in midfield, and that's. If you have everybody available, it was never the plan to put Cody there. We just knew he can play there, and he can, obviously. But it was for him, again, something new after the false 9 last year and all these kind of things. All of a sudden, always new positions. And but he's super smart player, a super smart player, so he can adapt to that. But it's just we want him to adapt, and then you have to perform immediately on top level, and that was in the midfield position a bit difficult. But with a little bit more time, he can play there perfectly, no doubt about that. So then the injury, which was really unlucky in this horrible game, and now back, and he's just a versatile striker. He can play everywhere.
I'm impressed with Cody Gakpo. You know, like when we first bought him, nobody knew what the reason was. Everybody was asking questions. Why is he playing? He's not even good enough, etc. and all that. We needed a midfielder, not him, and all that. But if you look at him, his versatility and the way he's performing at the moment, it's just phenomenal. Like if a player gets injured from the forward line, he could cover that position. If he's on the right, if he's on the left, if he's in the middle, it doesn't really matter. And he can cover the central midfield role as well, as we saw in pre-season and plus last season. I'm impressed with Cody Gakpo. I think the future looks bright for him as well at Liverpool Football Club. His attitude is just amazing. If you look at him, he doesn't complain. He just gets on with it. It's just like McAllister in midfield. You put him as a DM, he just gets on with it. You look at Szoboszlai. What I liked about Szoboszlai as well in the last game, not this game that's just gone, the Bournemouth, the one before that. I think Endu came on and he placed himself next to Endu, so he could protect Endu in case he makes mistakes and things like that. And he was phenomenal in that position. So they played basically double pivot, supporting each other. And yeah, it was good. It was good. It's good to see that. You know, like when Fabinho was struggling when he first came, they put Wijnaldum and him together. So Wijnaldum was covering each time the ball goes behind him. And that's how I saw Szoboszlai doing in the previous game. And it was good. It was really, really good. The support from each other is the most important thing, in my opinion. A team unity is I'm telling you, there's nothing more amazing than that in a football team. Everybody together can win you titles, but if you're individually thinking for yourself, then you're not going to win titles. Everyone has to be in this singing from the same hymn sheet, as they say. But let's get back to Klopp.
Up front there, and for us, it's super important. And he arrives in the box. He's a good shooter. He's a good knows for the situation. So that's he's a top player. So and a really good character as well. So it's very helpful. How I said, the boys up front, they all like each other. That's really like that. There's not this battle between I will I start. So they all like each other, and they know they can all play together, and that's really important. And they enjoy it a lot. And nobody's. They all want to start, but if you don't start, they know they will come on and have to, in the idle world, kill the game off. And so, yeah, and Cody's a very important part of that.
You see, people. He talked about egos. There's no egos in the front line, and that's important in a football team if you want to win titles. Let's be honest. Let me get to the comments, and I'll get back to the interview and finish it off. Where was I? Ruff says true. Big up, bro. Big up. I like the picture. It's quite funny. Abdul says Toulouse versus Liverpool 4-3-3. Kelleher. Kelleher, Gomez, Matip, Kwanzaa, Scalone, Endu, Jones, Gravenberch, Elliott, Gakpo, Doak. Respect to everyone. Free Palestine. Okie dokie. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. He also says Liverpool need a number 6, left side centre back and a right wing. Any news with DIAZ's dad? As we discussed earlier, it looks like he's been found. It's just about the negotiations with releasing him is next. That's what the next thing is. But people get busy on the comments. Let me get back to the press conference.
Obviously, Darwin took the headlines on in midweek, but are we seeing the best of him now?
Of course not, but we have, but it's completely different now. So the first year was hard for him, and then hard for me as well, because you see this incredible talent, massive potential, but it's difficult to unfold it because of, I'm obviously a manager who needs or can help a player, but I need contact for that. Like in an idle world, I can speed up the process by talking a lot with the player. I was not able to do that because I don't speak Spanish, which is as bad that he doesn't speak English. But his English is now much better, and my Spanish still not. But settled in the team. When you see him around in the building here, then everything is different. He's a very good moment, and yeah, it's still only the start for him, of course. So it's a good moment. Said it last week. Long may it continue in the idle world. Hopefully it continues like that forever. Then I'm a bit afraid of the heights he could reach, because there's so much there. It's crazy. But now at least we found the real starting moment, and let's work from here.
You see, this is what I said yesterday in regards to Darwin Núñez, the way he's performing. And I said it's not the end. It will keep going. He will get better. That's the frightening thing about Darwin Núñez. Like Klopp said, the issue he had was with the language barrier. Said that last season, and people were saying to me, "That's BS. It's not all about the language." Of course it is. How do you communicate then? This is not a sign language. You don't set up a fire and just say, "This is how you do things." I mean, you gotta like communicate. If you're telling a player to go there and he doesn't understand where you want to put the ball, it's going to be difficult on the pitch. That's what happened to Darwin Núñez last season. He didn't understand what the players were saying to him, but now he's improved in language, and he's improved as a player, and his team build-up is out of this world. So the next steps are, being more comfortable in front of the team, getting that goals when you have to score, because that's what he's struggling with at the moment. He gets chances, but he doesn't score them all. So he will score 1 out of 3. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? I need it to be 1 out of 2. Then probably just every time you get the ball, score a goal after that. That's what I want to see from Darwin Núñez. But get busy in the comments, people. That's what I'm here for. Let's get back to the press conference.
Well, not. The football English is not complicated, so we don't have to speak about everything in life. So, but the football communications are absolutely possible, which is absolutely helpful. And of course, we have an extra player, on-field player. So far, it was always Ali, the translator, if you want. And now we have Maka, and they are really close with each other. And Maka is a super smart footballer. So if I forget something to tell him, Maka tells him anyway. So it's just strikers need to know where to go when midfielders have the ball, and that's obviously depends to the midfielders and stuff like this, and that's the stuff you talk to players about. But in Alwell, the players talk to each other as well about it, and Maka is there super helpful. And Lucho's English is getting better, so, and they are very close as well. And that's how it is. You can see it. It's all. There's just not a specific amount of time. It's for each individual different what you need to really arrive. But who cares? It's done now, and that's good.
Any more quick ones? Just ask about Stefan and Thiago. Obviously, they both had setbacks in the league. Is there any clarity on when you might expect either of them back?
No, we don't know. With Stefan, it's again one of these things. Let me say like that: Stefan's quality, potential, talent, whatever everybody could see, and it's incredible. What a player! But the body was not ready yet, so that's how it is. And then you have these they're still growing, these boys, and they're all different. We have other players with a different, skeleton. It's just a different body where okay, that's fine. And for other players, okay, it's a bit too early. So we just have to put the break in again and just wait until that's all fine, and then
With Stefan Bajcetic, you just got to give him time and patience, people. You can't really push the kid. Last season was a pretty difficult season for players like him to come through it, if you know what I mean, because he was thrown into the team and he had to be a first team player, playing different positions while other players were underperforming, and he had to be the best player in the team for him to, put his levels up on a consistent basis. And that caught up with him. This is why that injuries are catching him at such a young age. But, when he comes back, hopefully his body would develop better and he will perform to the highest standards as we expect from him, because he's that good, Stefan Bajcetic. We believe in him at Liverpool Football Club. Let's be honest there. Yeah, let's get back.
The Liverpool FC have a wonderful player to use. But there's absolutely no time what we can put on that, and we will not We just have to wait. He's here, he's training, he's doing his stuff, we're building his. So we know how good he is, and now we have to make sure that we help him to get a buddy to show that, and not only once, but then
As I
3
said.
times a week, and we will get there. Very good news for the club. In a moment we cannot use him, and that's all. With Thiago it's slightly different. It's an ongoing thing, and we cannot put any kind of pressure in there as well. But we expect him to be back, and I would say probably start of the new year. It's now already November. It would mean another 4 weeks. I would say that's probably a realistic thing to try, and can't wait, to be honest, to have him back.
With Thiago, it's frustrating, isn't it? People like a world-class player like that, one of the best midfielders of his generation. Let's be honest here. Is struggling like this, and we can't see him next to Soboslai, McAllister, and players like that. It is frustrating, but it's how it is. What it is. It is what it is. We have to, think about it at the end of the season. Do we keep him or let him go? A lot of fans are saying just let him go right now. He's earning too much money, doing nothing, and that is true. I agree 100%. But players like that are the kind of players that could bring in top players to the football club as well, with their influences, and top players knowing that they got Thiago in their team as well. So you got to look at it through that kind of angle as well. But yeah, it looks like he could be back in the new year. It is frustrating, but like we've got enough players right there to perform until he comes back as well.
The player is just exceptional. But I understand that you ask, but it's nothing. We can now have week by week an update, because that will not change a lot in this moment.
Yeah, so there you go. Press conference. He talked about messages. He talked about DIAZ's father. Talked about the Luton game. It wasn't even a long one, which is good for me. I can't sit around. But yeah, the manager said it how it is. I agree with him in a lot of ways. It will be difficult. People think this game ain't going to be difficult. It will be difficult, because when you face these small teams, they are going to be shutting up shop, and they are going to be sitting back and want us to break them down, and they're going to try hit us in the counter attack. It's always going to be like that. It's a difficult game. It's a difficult game. But let me get back to the chat before we move on. Where was I? I think I read most of it. Richard, yeah. Here we go. I think it's Richard, yeah. Richard says Liverpool FC need to win Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup this season, 2023, 2024. Anything is possible, bro. Anything is possible. It looks like the manager and the players are serious about going for it. Salah didn't stay for no reason. There must be a reason Salah stayed around, rejecting all that money. So yeah, 100%, Richard. I agree with you, brother. Richard says everyone like and comment, subscribe, much appreciated for that, bro. Big up, bro, by the way. Prediction: Luton Town 1, Liverpool 3. I don't think we're going to concede a goal. I think the clean sheets are back and it's looking good. John Conway, big up, brother, all day every day as always, man. Thanks for coming on, as much as Abdul, Richard and Ruff and everybody else. Big says you are right, but missing sitters and the lack of technicality has nothing to do with the language. I think he was just really nervous. I agree with you, Big. I agree with you, brother, in regards to being nervous and all that stuff. He starts off slow in every club that he goes to, but the language barrier is a difficult thing. Coming from a person that actually played football, and I played foreign players in my time in football, I'm being realistic with you. If you can't communicate on the pitch, it's a difficult thing to do with telling a player to do certain things, if you know what I mean. And that's what he was experiencing last season. That's why he was making a lot of mistakes as well in regards to, passing off the ball, running, making the right runs. The movements are important in football as well. But now you can see his confidence are up. He's smiling a lot. He's making the right decisions. He's holding up play as we wanted him to do. And, like now the dribbling part is added on top of that as well, Big. So the player is improving, brother. Is improving, but like I said, language barrier is an issue for foreign players, especially those who don't speak the language at all. You might say footballers speak the same language as is football. Yes, that can happen to certain players, but some players it doesn't. But what you got to think about with Darwin Núñez is he came into football late. You know what I mean, so it was always going to be difficult for him to, have that kind of influences in the games, because I think he started when in a later age, around 19, something like that, maybe 18. I don't know, something along those lines. That's what I know about him. He wasn't a guy who was there since he's 7 years old, growing up with the team, and then improving as time goes on. Those are the players that actually can do well, even if they can't speak the language. They do well on the pitch because they've been playing football since they were 6 years old. But he's a late bloomer, mate. So it was always going to be difficult for him. It's always going to be difficult. Yeah, we're almost an hour, man. I've enjoyed it. I hope people get in the comments. That's what I'm here for. We've done the press conference. Now we're going to do obviously the preview of the game. We are going to do that. I haven't obviously done much head to head with Liverpool and Luton. It's a strange one because we haven't faced Luton. I can't remember the last time. I honestly can't remember. We're gonna check it out though. Let's check it out. Let's check it out together. It's a strange one, that one. Very, very strange one. Not facing Luton for so many years, and all of a sudden we're facing them. So as you can see on the screen, the last time we faced them was in 2008 in the FA Cup. There you go. We won. I think it's Liverpool that won. Of course, 5-1. Yeah. Let me see if this is Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool won 5 goals. There you can see, people. Those are the last games we faced Luton. Long time ago. I don't know if everyone was born around that time. I was born. I wish I'm young, but I was born around that time as well. The last time we faced them was 2008, June the 15th. So we won 5-0 in the FA Cup. Same season, we drew 1-1. It looks like in the first leg, and 2006. Look, it's years and years ago, people. That's the last time we faced Luton. But majority of it's Liverpool wins. We have lost to them. I'm still born in these years, people. I'm still born in these years. That's funny. It got stuck now, so hopefully I could get rid of this. 1 second, people. 1 second. Let me try to get rid of this sponsor things. There we go. Apologies. Yeah, so you can see it's years and years ago that we faced them. Okay, now I wasn't born. From this moment, 1974, I wasn't born. So yeah, if you look at all these wins, Liverpool, they have beaten us here and there, draw here and there. This is the head-to-head with Luton. Not many games, but if you look at the last 6 games, Liverpool are dominant. We lost 1, we drew 1, drew another one. So we drew 2 and lost 1. So it shows like the head-to-head wasn't that long ago. It's crazy. But get busy in the comment, people. That's what I'm here for. So this is the head-to-head with Luton. They are playing at home against us in the next game. It's gonna be one of those games that we'll have to have our papers out, see how well Liverpool is gonna do. Are we going to come through it well, or is it going to be one of those frustrating games we play poorly and win the game? That's what I want to know in this game. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to put us in a higher place thinking we're going to go there better than 5-0. I hope it's true, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen, man. I mean, when teams, at the end of the day, they're all humans, aren't they? They can up their performances in games, and that's what I'm afraid of Luton. They might do. I remember last season, I think we lost to the bottom 3 a few times last season. So yeah, hopefully we're not going to go back to something like that. So yeah, let's just hope. John Conway says Luton 0, Liverpool 4. Let's hope so, John. Let's hope so. Yes, Football Century. Big up, bro. We finished work today. People don't know me and Football Century are friends, so we work together. I'm his shift manager, so yeah, we come from the same place. Yes, Hakim. Hakim says hello from Malaysia. Big up, Hakim. I hope you subscribe, brother. I want to make this channel for you guys. You know what I mean? So please subscribe. I'm gonna do the watch along, obviously on Sunday. I'm gonna do a show hopefully tonight if I could get some people on it. And I'm going to do another show probably after on Monday, hopefully as well. So more or less every day I'll have a show. That's what it looks like. tomorrow maybe. I don't know. I have to wait and see. Yeah, so you can see the head-to-head. This is it. Liverpool have got a good record in the last 6 games, but this is a while ago. 2008, 2006, 1992, 1991. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the majority of you guys were born in these times. I was, unfortunately, but you know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. Liverpool just dominated these fixtures down the years. See, Luton is an old team. A lot like a team that's been around for years and years. I remember, I think John Hartson and Paul Kitson. Paul Kitson played for Newcastle, and John Hartson went to Arsenal. So yeah, that's why I remember them from the FA Cup back in the day as well. Good heritage, man. Good heritage. This football club has. Yeah. So that's what I've got for you. Obviously for the preview. Let's get to the actual formation and what players that I want to start for this game. So let's go, people. Let's go. Hopefully I could get that back up and we could discuss it further. You can see that's the pitch I got right in front of me. Hopefully, obviously, we're gonna win this game. We'll put pressure on the top teams. We're only 1 point off the second place or something like that, and 3 points off Tottenham. So yeah, we can obviously go top as well if Tottenham don't win and Man City don't win and Arsenal don't win. But yeah, we could do something. Yeah, Alisson's got to be in goal, innit? Alisson's got to be in goal in this game. Let's be honest there, people. Alisson's got to be in goal. Trent as a right back. I know like we criticize Trent a lot for his positioning and the way he plays in the past. But I think this season he's been phenomenal, man. What I like about him, he ain't doing much of that. But he is supporting the front players. He's more or less going down there. And, you know, he does defend the back as well as, you know, going to the side. Yeah, listen, Trent is doing his bits. Let's give him credit for this season. I think he's improved as a defender as well. He's no longer the Trent that we get frustrated with when he's running back. Now, because of the leadership that he's got, it looks like he's given an extra boost into defending. Let's put it that way, into defending. Yeah, but please get busy in the comment. If you disagree with me with the starting lineup, just put it on there, man. That's what I'm here for, people. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. Yeah, so let me just take this off. Don't know what's there. Yeah, so with Trent, you can see like the way he performs in the games right now is just something special in my opinion. I like what he's doing. Klopp like tells him to go around here, he goes there, he goes here, and the thing that frustrates me sometimes in regards to him moving forward, he doesn't do enough of, overlapping Salah. I need him to go there sometimes. Where's the crosses that he used to produce in the 6-yard box on a regular basis? That will get us more goals, if you know what I mean. But like I said, less responsibilities in the attacking side of things is good for the team because it gives him more responsibility on his defensive side. So that's important in my opinion when I'm watching Trent. I want consistency in the team. I want to see this more or less the same players as in the last game. Like Konate back. Obviously, I love Matip this season, but I want to see Konate doing some stuff as well as helping out Van Dijk at the back. So these two, they kept a clean sheet. I think twice in a row now. I'm sure it's twice in a row. So that's good from their point of view. But with Konate, the issues he has sometimes is let me just I don't know what I'm doing here. Hang on. Let me see what I'm doing here. There you go. So with Konate, the issues he's having at the moment is covering this side a lot. But they're covering this side a lot. So now that's what he has to improve on in regards to his physical side of it. Because, with Konate, it's all about using his body a lot and not thinking ahead. So he needs to not only use his physical side, he needs to think ahead. Think about what the player is doing before, he goes to him, instead of like committing a foul, which results in a goal from a set piece or something like that. So for him to support Trent, Because what I see when Matip plays there, Matip knows what he's doing. He comes across, he goes forward with the ball, he goes across the pitch sometimes to support Van Dijk. So that's what I see Matip doing. And this is what we need Konate to do on a regular basis, which he doesn't do a lot, which is frustrating in my opinion at times as well. So he needs to improve in that, and then we could discuss him to be a regular player for Liverpool in that position. You know what I mean? So far, I think Konate is ahead of Matip is ahead of Konate, but now they kept a clean sheet. I think 2 in a row. Let's just keep it going. With Van Dijk, I think he's come to his best. I think he's improved as the season has gone along. I've always said Van Dijk as a leader is a bit difficult for him because he has to lead the whole team. But when he's not a leader of the team, he concentrates on his defensive, like the 4 in defense and what's in front of them, like the defensive midfielder. Now, as a captain, he's doing what he used to do before. What I like about Van Dijk right now, when the ball goes over, I thought he's past that time, like when he used to come back and defend for players. When he goes over the Konate or Matip, now he does that again. He gets rid of the ball always gets rid of the ball when the ball goes behind them. Yeah, I love Van Dijk in this form, man. To me, like, he's back to being the best defender in the world the way he's performing. And you've got Tsimikas who's covering for Robertson at the moment. He's got to start the game. Come on, let's be honest. He's not the best left back in the world, but he's effective in what he does. You know what I mean, people? So you got to give him credit for that. Get busy in the comment, people. Like, if you disagree or agree or whatever you want to say, put it in the comments, man. Put it in the comments. That's what I'm here for. McAllister obviously is going to play in front of them. I don't want to change the team, people. I want to keep consistency in the team. Being inconsistent is the issue that we have sometimes. When we're putting too many players in that haven't played together for a while, it disrupts the actual team, and then we don't know what we're doing on the pitch majority of the time. It takes us a while to get used to each other, to get a goal, to get a chance going. Sometimes it takes us like a whole half not to get a shot on target, and it shouldn't be like that. Soboslai, obviously, the midfield general on the right. I think Gravenberch still needs like time to settle in. I did say yesterday he's playing too many games, but he has had a rest recently. He had a rest, so I need him like to come back into the team. With these 3 in the middle, were more effective. You know what I mean? They're building a relationship already. The 3 of them, McAllister, Soboslai, and Gravenberch. What I like about these 3 in the middle is they switch positions, don't they? You know what I mean, people? Sometimes you see Soboslai here, McAllister there, Gravenberch there, Soboslai there. Soboslai there. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, there you go. Soboslai there. So if you see this interchanging, that means they trust in each other in that midfield. And I love it. Because, you don't have to worry about the team anymore. They're already deciding things on the pitch by themselves. And the coach, all he has to do is sit on the sidelines and just smile about it, because they're supporting each other in every way. If McAllister goes astray, Gravenberch is there. If Gravenberch goes astray, Soboslai is there. And then McAllister goes here. That's how it is. They interchange it on a regular basis. And it's an amazing thing to have, because the trust in the pitch is the most important thing for a winning team. If you want to win things, you have to trust each other on the pitch. And that's what these players are doing. And I love it. I really, really love it, man. I love it when we win it. Jota's got to play. He scored a goal the other day, so you got to give him a chance. Like I said, what I miss of Jota is his direct play. Now it looks like he's back to that form again. He's having a go at defenders. Jota as a striker is a problem for me. I love the guy, don't get me wrong, but when he plays up front, it becomes an issue. Because he doesn't hold up play. He can't pass the right passes because he keeps losing the ball a lot, which leads to an attack. So when he's out wide, he has less responsibilities, and he could pass the ball in the midfield and get it across the pitch, which he did in the last game and against Northern Forest. And he set up a counter attack and scored a goal, and we scored 2 out of that. So it's good. So Nunes, the informed striker in the Premier League, in my opinion, so far, overall, not just goal scoring, but overall as a player, should play up front, and he deserves to be there, in my opinion. What I like about Nunes at the moment, people, is what he does off the ball. I've always said that off the ball work is as important as goals and everything else as well. Because if you don't have any work off the ball, you're not going to create chances. You're not going to defend for the team and things like that. And he is doing that at the moment. What I like about him is he's not only a number 9, he's like a number 10 as well. At the same time, he comes deep and helps these three out. You know what I mean? So it makes it, if the ball's in the middle, it's difficult for teams to get through it because the gaps are plucked. You know, hang on, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. They pluck the gaps. The gaps are always, you know, gone for teams to get out. If you know what I mean. So this is they box people in like this. And it's very difficult for the ball to get out of these areas, if you know what I mean, if someone was with the ball. So when they defend, as soon as that happens, counter-attack happens for Liverpool, and more or less Nunes scores a goal. And it's beautiful. Beautiful, man. It's beautiful, baby. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know where that went. Apologies. Yeah, I get excited, didn't it? I get excited. I'm loving my team, man. I'm loving my team again. It's something special has happened on the pitch, and we've got to enjoy it together, people. That disappointments that we had last season has disappeared. The manager has woken up. He believes in the players that he has. He's got like new release of fresh air. Like if you look at him now, like he's actually happy. Klopp is smiling a lot. Klopp is you know, coming on the pitch and, you know, hugging players again like he used to, with a smile and all that stuff, giving the, you know, the free fist pumps to the crowd. It's all working out, man. It's all working out, and it took him to realize we need a new midfield for him to do that. And now, like the mistakes he made in previous seasons, it can't happen anymore. He can't do that. It's not all about loyalty. It's about winning. Football is about winning. It's not all about loyalty. Look at Old Trafford. Look at teams like that. If they're not winning, the whole fan base goes mad. And Liverpool fans forgive you for you know, they stick with you through thick and thin. You don't have these kind of fans anywhere else in the world, in my opinion. Liverpool fans are the best in the world. We don't complain. We just get on with it. Even if we're losing, look at that. Look how bad the last season was. We was like a top 4 team, top 2 team, and then we dropped to 5th. But we're still here, shouting for the players. Like I said, the fans can't be the best thing about the team only. The players on the pitch have to be a mirror image. They have to be. And that's what we're seeing at the moment. Our players are a mirror image of us, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So that's my starting lineup for the game. As you can see, Alisson in goal, Trent right back, Konate, McAllister, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Salah, Nunes, and Jota. Jota can be rotated. You might see probably Gakpo because he scored over the weekend there. That's not a bad thing, is it? Or Diaz, like the manager said, Diaz could come back in, and he might be pushed in, Diaz, because you know, his father looks to be okay. Hopefully they're gonna bring him back, so you might see. What Klopp said is up to Diaz if he's going to come into the team. So you might see Diaz coming into the team and performing for the team as well. So we have to wait and see. Or it could be, you know, it could be Gakpo in that position. Listen, anyone that comes in, Jota, Gakpo, Diaz, it's not a weakness to the team. It's just strengthening no matter what. If you have that strength and depth in the team, then you could win games more than you can lose, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it looks good. So yeah, that's all I got for you for the formation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll have. Oh, stuck. Sorry, people. Don't know what's going on. It's gone. Yeah, there we go. Bring it back here. 2 screens, people. 2 screens. It's not easy. Yeah. So that's more or less my team for the game. Hopefully it's more or less yours. I want to see continuity. Like I said, I don't want to see no changing a lot. I don't want to see that stuff. It's not good for the team, especially when you're building up relationships on the pitch. Fozzie, I agree with you with the lineup. Big up John Conway as always, brother. Yeah, listen, that's all I got, man. That's all I got for today. I'll be back hopefully tonight. Let me try get some people and see if they wanna do Let's Talk LFC. I think it's episode 45. That's still going, people, believe it or not. Yeah, so we'll go back to that and all that. Yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the show, the preview show, the afternoon show. Hopefully I'll be back tonight. Hopefully. If not, we'll probably change it to tomorrow, and then we could discuss further. I just want to talk about, you know, FSG, Liverpool, how the season is going so far, the players we bought, can we improve on, obviously, this season in January, and are we title contenders? That's what I want to ask the actual panel this evening if they're available. So yeah, please, people, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching this back, just hit the subscription button if you're new, and hit the like button for the video and all that good stuff. If you're old, just hit the like button and put comments through if you want. Like I'll respond to comments all the time. So if you wanna chat, comments down below and let me know what you think. Okay, people, that's been done for the show. I think. Let me check. Yeah, that's it. Tactics is done. Preview is done, and the club press conference is done, and the Premier League is done. So I've covered all the things that need to be covered. Next is the Let's Talk LFC. Hopefully tonight by 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. and then we'll move on to the weekend. Take care, everybody. Take care.